that the reasons why there is high level of hardship in Nigeria until we get serious. Countries like China, Saudi Arabia, among others, they have zero tolerance for all these corrupt practices. Until we do that, that's when we will make headway. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello, good evening. Good afternoon, Madam King.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Welcome.
This is Triple A from Buhari.
We're listening, sir.
You see, as far as I'm concerned, I've said this in time without no number. As far as this government is concerned, APC, they are all about propaganda. See, I don't believe anything about them. You imagine them cutting somebody, you are bargaining with somebody, with a criminal, and you are coming out to tell us that you discovered something, and you are hiding the name from the public. Then what is the meaning? After all, after everything now, what would they do with those things? It will just die down and sort as usual. So as far as I'm concerned, you see this government, both this government and the former one, anything that has to do with APC, it's just about, they are just propaganda, they are scam. That's one thing I know about this. They are just scam.
All right. All right. Okay. You have made your point clear. You don't need to repeat that word over and over. If you're just tuning in, it's the Roundtable. We're looking at three of the big stories of the day. And one of the big stories that Nigerians are talking about is one of the biggest fined by the EFCC as they secure a final forfeiture of a vast Abuja estate. And this estate is so massive, measuring 150,500 square meters with 753 units of duplexes. Another estate located here in the Federal Capital, Lokogoma axis of the city. And we're looking at it, what this means for the anti-corruption fight and how one person can acquire so much. And asking also a big question as to what then do we do with this? Well, some people have suggested, like, for example, Belumi, an Abuja human rights lawyer, says the federal government should hand over the forfeited estate secured by the anti-graft agency to deserving civil servants. That's his opinion. Give it to civil servants, all right? You found it. You didn't put in any work for it. They deserve it. But is it just civil servants? I would want one. And technically, I'm not profiled as a civil servant, am I? So I don't know what criteria he arrived at is saying they should be the one. But look at all of us claiming a piece of it already. But just kidding anyway. What do you think should be the best use of this properties that the government has come into thanks to the final forfeiture? That is, if it's not early in the day to start already mapping out how the assets will be shared out, because you never can tell what twist and turn will happen down the road. And we'll look at another story quickly so that you have more to talk about. Mr. President has headed to South Africa. I mean, he's a busy man from France to SA. Nigeria is seeking the support of South Africa to secure full membership in the G20 and BRICS. Bayo Onanuga, presidential spokesperson, said in a statement yesterday that Nigeria is also eyeing membership in the BRICS New Development Bank, NDB. Onanuga said the expanded BRICS boast of about being the engine of global economic growth in several years, accounting for about 37% of the world gross domestic product. And the BRIC groups was originally formed by 4 countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, which convened for their first official summit in June 2009. In 2010, South Africa joined the group, leading to the rebranding of the organization as BRICS. And the most recent expansion took place during the 2023 BRICS summit, where 6 additional countries, Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates were invited to join, effective from the 1st of January 2024. Argentina later declined the invitation. Now, at the G20 summit in New Delhi, India, in September 2023, our president said the group was incomplete without Nigeria as a member. That Nigeria is poised, we're willing and able to be a major player in the family of the G20 and in shaping a new world, without whom the family will remain incomplete. Tinubu said in an address, which he also presented the country's credentials as Africa's largest economy, Africa's largest market, and Africa's largest democracy. South Africa is the only African nation in G20 as we speak. Onanuga said Nigeria also seeks South African support to assume leadership roles in thematic discussion of interest under the country's G20 presidency. He said Bianca Ojukwu, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, made the request during her closing remark at the ministerial session of the 11th Nigeria-South Africa Binational Commission in Cape Town. The presidential spokesperson quoted the minister to have said the country has played active roles in peacekeeping, adding that President Tinubu has prioritized resolving the crisis in Sudan to foster peace and stability in the region. And so we're showing strong commitment in the region, on the continent, and we deserve to be a part of all of this. We're big players, democracy, market, and otherwise, and economy. We're number one on the continent, and we should be in each of these groups, because it will be incomplete without us. Now, not a lot of people do agree, though, because, the countries are profiled and invited based on, the advantage that they have. And I honestly think we do have, in terms of our numbers, in terms of our market, and technically in terms of the fact that we are the largest democracy. Our number speaks for us at this point in time. So how excited about the prospect of Nigeria being a member of BRICS? It's another economic bloc, a social bloc of very relevant countries that are forward-thinking and growing their nation's economy, growing their GDP. I mean, if you look at the projections of these countries like China, Russia, and the likes of that, they're doing really great. South Africa isn't doing badly on the continent, has remained very relevant. So what would it mean for Nigeria to become a member of BRICS? Are we going to ever get that invitation anytime soon to be a part of this? What qualifies us really beyond what the president reeled out on the table to make the G20 at this point in time? Well, I would say it would be nice to have my country here, but it takes more than just your number to getting invited to the big boys table at this point in time, even though we are the big boys on the continent. So that's the second story. I have another one coming, but let's go back to the phone lines. Hello? Hello? Oops, sorry about that. Hello?
Hello, Kimberly.
Yes, you're welcome.
Compliment of President Abubakar calling from Gwagwalada.
Go ahead, sir.
Joining global board it's not matter of rhetoric. Have you been able to fix your home? Have you done your homework? Charity begin at home. The country been plagued with insurgency, terrorism, weakest currency, poor standard of living. You are joining BRICS. In joining BRICS, all the countries that are BRICS members, they have created capacity in various human endeavor. They have capacity, they are nuclear power, they are industrial power, they have index which is favorable to their citizenry, they have reached the apex of human development. If they are not going to making public speeches at their occasion, they have something on table. Dubai has created capacity in hospitality and tourism. In London, everybody, even South Africa, they supply military software. They manufacture military weapons. In South Africa,
Oh dear. Sorry about that. All right. Let's get your take. The phone lines went off. We're sorry about that, but please call back. Hello. Hello? Talk to us. Yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon, Akim.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you very much. My name is Ola, the Indomitable.
Go ahead, sir.
Well, let me first start with the last story on the desire of Nigeria to join BRICS or so. Now, you made mention of the fact that, look, we played a big brotherly role in Africa over the years. And as such, when Nigeria speaks, literally, let me use that one. Other African countries are supposed to listen. Do you understand? But as it is today, unless you just want to deceive ourselves, Nigeria has lost that touch, that voice as far as leadership in Africa is concerned. Let me give you a very good example. You could remember the last time, some African countries went on a gale of coup plots Burkina Faso and the rest, and then, our president shouted to the roof, "Oh, this was going to happen. What's going to happen if they didn't return to civilian rule and sort of things?" And what happened at the end of the day? Okay, they called the block of Nigeria. They called a bluff, and nothing has actually come out of it. Now, look, a country where just simple election you cannot conduct. Simple election you cannot conduct. And you are talking about very respected in the Committee of Nations. We're just decisioners. I don't know why we just give the impression that, give a wrong impression to the whole world. As if those people don't have a listening ears. As if they don't know what is happening within our own country. You want to be a big brother, but you could, domestically, you can't even, run yourself. Let me just use that word effectively. You can't do that, and you're talking about very respected community. But it's unfortunate. But let me quickly before I drop this, but let me go back to the issue of EFCC. Is it sometimes when we say that this country is being run like a reality show, some might think we're just trying to be demeaning. They're just trying to degrade our country. But no, look, the reality on ground is that if an anti-corruption agency can come, so they could go to the extent of telling the whole world that, they've just recorded, one of the massive debt recoveries or property recoveries in history of anti-corruption in Nigeria, and they can't summon the courage to name who the culprit is. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You can, and this agency very perfect, very swift to name Yahoo box, those Yahoo boys, name them, tell us who their fathers and their mothers are. But when it comes to massive corruption of this nation, they can't do it. So what are we talking about? Why are we deceiving ourselves in this country? Do you understand? But let me quickly end this way.
All right.
You know what's going to happen to that route? It's actually going to be rerouted. It's unfortunate. Thank you very much.
All right. That is his take and conclusion on the matter. Let's hear this other caller. Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, you're welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. What's your name?
Thank you. My name is Abdul, calling from Jabi.
Talk to us, Abdul.
Actually, what happened to our own situation in Nigeria here since the democratic dispensation about 25 years? We consistently talking about corruption, development, health, and all this. What do we achieve in a democratic dispensation in 25 years? This is the question. Just yesterday, there is a debate on the respect of the tax reform in Nigeria, the one that they submit to the National Assembly. And the same politicians are trying to make it to the religion or whatsoever. They are telling the Northerners, let them not agree, it's going to make them to suffer. Who are the people that make the North to be under development? Was it not the same people in the North? They have the opportunity to develop the North. They haven't done it. This is an opportunity for them to agree and allow these things to pass, so that those people that have the company, the Agati company in Nigeria, those people that they are into entrepreneur business, those politicians that store the government money, will be paying tax so that the government can able to pay the Nigerian workers and increase their own salary. That is what we expect them to do, not to go after it. On the respect of corruption, if today you land into Nigeria, nobody will tell you this country is a corrupt country. If you know what you are doing, if you are well educated, you will know you find place here. Mr. President is in South Africa with Cyril Ramaphosa, the South African president. They are trying to iron way out in bilateral relationship between the two countries. But the issue here, there are so many Nigerians in South Africa that they are hiding. They are scared to go out because of they don't want to be arrested, because of migration. We allow our country to be anyhow. Anybody can come from different places and establish business and born your children to put them in school. Nobody will ask them, where did you come from? What is your visa?
All right, sir.
You get the point, my sister.
I get your point, yeah.
Let's do something about it. Thank you very much. Keep doing what you are doing. This is my take.
Thank you very much for your take. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, Kim.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Kim, my name is Kobe. I'm calling you from Canada.
Kobe, been a minute. Welcome.
Yes, so thank you very much, Kim. Yeah. So, Kim, about Nigeria joining BRICS and listening to the speech made by the president. You know, I think the president has to realize that global audience is not Nigerian audience. So, you know, this is our tendency to vote people that didn't really come and debate. And really didn't prove any point to us for voting. But those who boycotted debate are the ones that will eventually win. Where you didn't have to prove anything in terms of action. That's not how the global audience works. And secondly, this braggadocious thing with population and the rest, it is not really a selling point to Kim. I mean, a country where the population is not over 40 million, not even up to 40 million people. Probably with one of the largest landmass. Now, this country is the 5th largest exporter of agricultural produce. And coincidentally, I'm in the agricultural sector. In fact, there was a summit I just came back from where the Minister of Agriculture was there. And when you hear discussions that are made, then I look at my work experience in Nigeria on a large scale, and I look at theoretical discussion, just theory. People just come and make flowery statements, according to Abakar. Flowery statements. That is not what people are saying. I listen to most of the president's speech, and honestly, I look for actionable plans. I look for specific actions that you can hold on to. And I don't see any of our politicians making such speech. Now they've carried the same rhetorics to an international audience. And you see how very joking it is. Almost like a joke. Now, my point here is that it is time for Nigeria to wake up and know that the global audience, this one that they are bashing the video, the global audience is seeing what you are doing. Look at all the countries in BRICS. There is no one that doesn't have comparative advantage and has not carved a niche for himself in a sector. Okay, what is Nigeria's niche? Petroleum. The same petroleum that you are seeing Ogoni people complaining, you are seeing there is almost like a disaster in the country because of this same petroleum. The world is seeing these things. When you impoverish your people and you come back and brag about their population, what is their overall purchasing power in USD? Please.
All right.
These are the variables that I don't know if the president thinks. He makes speeches that makes him look like a person doing Tales by Moonlight.
All right.
It is not practical most of the time.
Thank you, Kobe.
So much, Kim. I hope Nigerians will wake up and hold their leaders to debate, strong debates when they want to vote next.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello?
Thank you, the last caller. Abakar calling from Gwagwalada. He spoke my mind eloquently. We have no business joining BRICS. We are not on the same pedestal with BRIC countries. So we should come back. And when your charity don't begin at home, you can adopt or assume a global leadership role. We don't have anything to do on global stage. Our democracy, our institutions are not democratized. See what is happening. Whoever you see is brought to justice by EFCC. FCC has become a hunting dog of those in power. They look other way around when you belong to the ruling party. When you are persecuted or brought to prosecution, you are in opposition or you are not good books of those in power. We don't believe institutions that way. We don't strengthen democratic institutions. That is why we will not enjoy recognition and respect among the Committee of Nations. It is a serious calamity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Hello.
Kim.
Welcome. Good afternoon.
I greet you, Abubakar. I greet Kobe. God will bless you people. In fact, you people finish work, honestly speaking. You see, South Africa don't go and beg those G20. They identify them as a business hub, and that is why they call on them and they put them on the line. Being a largest oil producer in the Africa region, and you don't have single refinery. But you will not get refinery outside, individual outside.
But we do have now. This one did not, We have a private run refinery. We have Port Harcourt refinery that is functional at the moment, and you can actually use it. No, but we do have. It would be incorrect for you to say we don't have a single refinery. Elder.
The private refinery that belong to somebody, and then Port Harcourt refinery that is that production, but at the end of the day, the oil price will not come down. Look, the whole world is watching. They know what we are up to. They know what is happening in the country. They know our capacity. They know everything about us. You don't need to go and beg them. Don't go and beg them. They will identify you. They will discover you, and they will be the one to come. If Mr. President Tinubu should stop running all over the country, begging people to come and invest in where we have political unrest. They are killing people in Zamfara, killing people in Kaduna, killing people in Maiduguri, kidnapping people in Kogi, everywhere. Where do you want them to start from? It's not possible now. It should start wasting Nigeria taxpayers' money. Go and park the plane there, paying how many millions of dollars. You see? It's not like that. It's not rocket science. No. You have to do something, and EFCC is there. Where's the Abacha loot? All the money that they recovered during the time of Buhari? All the money has been looted.
All right.
Why they don't mention the name?
You assume that he's been relooted, even though the government told you they were going to channel some of it into social intervention and then the building of certain roads.
Kim, I don't hear you. No, Kim, the house that they just discovered, you understand me now? They should sell the house and use money to build new refinery. And they should also mention the name of the owner. They should mention the name. We want to hear the name. The name that's Dubai people,
All right, sir.
Discovered then that they are behind the Boko Haram. Where are the name? Why government refused to mention
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
They have nothing to offer.
All right. Thank you very much, Elder. Thank you so much. You said your beat. And let's hear someone else, and now run through some of your comments. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
You're welcome.
The oracle of our time.
I greet you, sir.
Thank you. This is Comrade Haruna on the back.
Talk to us.
Let me start with the first story before I can conclude by the second story. EFCC, right from day one, that they could not convict Yaya Bello, I stopped believing them. Sincerely speaking. If in this country during Buhari time...
But how about now that Yaya Bello case is on? I mean, they've got him.
They killed somebody that brought himself to EFCC. They say they arrested him. They should define the meaning of arrest. Let us not dive into that anyway. In this country, we saw how previous governments said they will name those people who are sponsoring Boko Haram. Till today, did they mention any name? The answer is no. So whatever FCC is telling us, they are just trying to be lively. They just want to be part of the news. So I don't trust them. Whatever they are saying is at their own detriment, just to show the world that they are working. The issue of what is happening in the G20 is laughable. Because do you think those people in the G20 don't know what they are doing? In fact, they are more current than us. These are countries who spend money in intelligence. They know how corrupt Nigeria is. And you think they will take us in? And please, Mr. President, just like the way Elder Banguche said, stop wasting taxpayer money. That is how former presidents travel all over the whole world. Nothing. No industry working in this country. People, industry are leaving this country. That is why you see the cost of living keep on going up on a daily basis. Because what we have in the country is not sufficient for us. Please, come back home. Let's see how we can fix this corruption of the thing. Then the investor will come look for us.
All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My own is that the seized asset should be shared one each for all the local governments in Nigeria. I don't want to hear that is now baptized. Okay. Chimezi Nwafo, thank you very much. Going about the world, signing MOU for investment by Mr. President is a misplaced priority. After years of wasting money traveling all over the world for investors to come in and invest, no foreign country deemed it fit to invest in our refinery. Rather, Dangote on his own built one. Our foreign policy has no focus and very disgraceful. Nigeria's giant of Africa makes a mockery of Africa before the world. And as for the EFCC and its recovery, Had the owner of the property belonged to APC, would they have gone after him? APC-led government should invest for time into national dialogue to address high rate of insecurity in various regions. Fitzgerald from Airport Road says an estate with over 700 houses in it without the name of the owner shows that EFCC are biased in carrying out their duty. If it was a Yahoo boy, the picture and the name would be splashed all over the place. For the estate, the government should give it to federal and FCTA workers. I'm really disappointed with EFCC for not disclosing the culprit behind this forfeited estate. That property should not be given to civil servant, but to AMCON or any private realtor company to manage, and the return back to the coffers of the federal government continually. It should be made a business venture, says Banky. I was one of those that supported EFCC, but since I long realized they are for witch hunting against their opponent, I don't trust them. It would be foolish of me to rejoice over whatever recovered or seized. What has Nigeria gained from all of this seizure? An institution one man can order around on whom to arrest or let go? Please, I'm not excited about that, OGB1 said. This is Savvy Boy from Kuchibena. We're doing or trying to do all these things around the world, and hunger is dealing with the people here. Prices of things keep increasing. Well, this doesn't add up, does it? And it's not impressed. On the issue of the estate, what baffles me is how the EFCC described the owner as a big brass and didn't appear in court to defend the property, and they refused to call the owner's name. The institution should learn how to display these big brass individuals the way they display the Yahoo boys. Ben from Gariki. All right, and this is the Mayor Jamboree. This is Dem, the elite capitalist. What about the buildings and other property recovered during the past administration of Buhari by AMCOM with setting inscription on them? Is there any of the property with same inscription today? Please join APC and your sins are forgiven. That's what he says. Let's go on a very quick break.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.